Hello everyone, it's Steamboy27. Welcome back to Let's Play Dragon Warrior Monsters. It's been a long time since we've done one of these, and it's for a good reason, such as this thing right here, the Rose Vine. It knows Ultra Down, a move exclusive to it. He or she, depending on what kind of gender you got. It will decrease the enemy's stats, as well as give them random stats elements, making it a heavy hitter, as well as an annoying thing to fight. To get this monster, you have to combine a plant family monster with the boss family monster, which means the cheapest way to go about doing this is by breeding a plant with the Draco Lord, and that's probably the only way you're going to be able to do it. You don't want to do it with another kind of boss monster, because those, they take a long time to get. We'll be seeing those soon enough. The next monster we will go over is the Akubar. It's made by combining breeding two Grendels together. And yes, the Grendel name is indeed spelled wrong in this description. It says Grenadal. Grenadal. Yeah, way to go. But anyway, it knows Fang, Focus, and Frigid Air. Not very impressive, really, but it is one of the monsters that has Focus, which makes it slightly more of a glass cannon. The Akubar, we saw it before. It tried to kill us with a guillotine because it thought we were guilty of destroying many, many monsters. I don't see why, because the description makes us think nothing of it, really, but if you could tell me the history behind the Akubar, that would be very nice. To make a Grendel, you have to combine a Medusa Eye with a Beast, I think. Yes, you have to combine a Medusa Eye with a Beast, so that's how you get Grendels, and that's how you get an Akubar. Let's move on. Speaking of Grendel, I forgot to mention him. There's his description right there, in all his ugly glory. He knows Fire Slash, Drac Slash, and Cover. So the only thing good about him is that he knows how to cover his allies. Not that that's a very useful skill later on, but hey, what are you gonna do? It's not too clever, but uses its weapons well. Its weapons as in its sword and shield. It says you can make it with a demon and a mad dragon, but a better way to do it is a Medusa Eye and any kind of beast monster. That's how you do it. Alright, let's move on. Do you recognize this fellow? Yes, we saw this guy earlier. It's Jamirus. He knows Blaze, Bite Attack, and Tailwind. He's a hybrid devil of an eagle and a lion. And as you can see, it does make quite a bit of sense. It's made by combining an Akubar and Rainhawk. Akubar being somewhat of a lionish kind of monster, and Rainhawk being, well, it's not an eagle, but it's a hawk. You know what? I don't know. Maybe it's a translation error, but what are you gonna do? Jamirus is okay. It's a devil-type monster. It knows Bite Attack. Combine that with Akubar's Focus, and you'll be able to do 8 attacks per turn. So, there you have it. Next on the list is our first boss monster of the day. It's Cedo, the god of destruction we saw earlier. He knows Fire Air, Frigid Air, and Hell Blast. Hell Blast being his only knowable attack. It is made by combining or breeding a Jamirus and a Rose Vine, an evil dragon lord, ruler of all destruction. He is the secret final boss. Well, not so secret, but final boss nonetheless, of Dragon Warrior 2. Summoned by Hargon to destroy the world. Unfortunately, Hargon did not realize that Cedo listens to no one. But now he listens to us, because we're awesome. Let's move on to the next one. This is Baramos. You remember him, don't you? He's the one that wanted to eat our guts and put him somewhere else so that we couldn't come back to life or something like that. Thus confirming that you can't come back to life if you're not all together. You make him by combining a Hargon and an Orochi, the evil lord that controls all monsters. He knows Bang, Rock Throw, and Hell Blast. An odd kind of set indeed. The only thing I would use is Hell Blast. Rock Throw, not that good. It's not elemental, it's physical based, so maybe it's good. I wouldn't think so, though. It's good early game, though. Oh well. And the last one is Zoma, created by combining a Draco Lord and a Cedo, the source of all evil. He knows Big Bang, D-Magic, and Frigid Air. Big Bang and D-Magic are very nice. D-Magic can dispel all buffs and debuffs on the enemy as well as yourself. And because of this, due to a recent discovery, we can also dispel Tatu Call, Diago Call, Bazu Call, and Samzi Call, because those are magical beings. It's pretty useful. The source of all evil indeed. We fought him the first time in the Gate of Slimes, and now he's on our side, so let's move on. For this run, we will be using Zoma, Baramos, and Gold, my Gold Slime. Here's the stats. Zoma is the highest level of all. He's got some pretty good stats here. Baramos is a little behind, and Gold, well, you know, He's a metal slime. He's not going to have a lot of HP. But oh well. I'm sorry to say I will not be showing off Cedo in this dungeon because, well, I used Cedo to create Zoma. I thought that it would be the best idea to just go on and get all the monsters I've already seen, and since you've seen Cedo in a boss fight, I would think that the injury is not too much. Alright, 1 second folks, I'm going to prepare, and then we'll move on into the dungeon. Also, I'm dirt poor. What do you know? Alright, let's move on. We're going to the Gate of Extinction. To meet a foe you may have seen in another person's Let's Play. Okay, not this place. No, we've already been here. Let's see. It might be in here. Let's see. How are you? Fine, thank you. Gate of Sleep, Gate of Extinction. We're going to the Gate of Extinction. Let's go, everyone. I will not be speeding through this one, as it's a new one, unlike Cedo's dungeon. I did think that Cedo's appearance was very, very creative, making you go to the same place again because there was a monster still there. Very much like Dragon Warrior 2, or Dragon Quest 2, depending on your fancy. The Gate of Extinction has something in it, I forget. Is it bugs? No, it couldn't be bugs. Is it bugs? We'll see in a second. Oh, I forgot to show you. These are Zoma's skills. Bounce, Quad Hit, Speed Magic, Bazoo Call, Ultra Down, Multi-Cut, Hell Blast, and Big Bang. So he's a heavy hitter. Barmos is he's kind of good. He's got Firebolt. I wish I could have gotten rid of that. Same thing for Blizzard. But he knows Sleep Ball, Stop Spell, Hell Blast, so he's pretty okay. And Gold, as you know, is my favorite monster of all time. Let's go. I don't have much to say, although I am quite pleased that this Let's Play is going to come to an end pretty soon. This part of the game was probably the hardest for me since I had to create a ton of boss monsters in a small amount of time. Although, maybe for you didn't think it was a small amount of time. I do like finishing things that I've started, very quickly at least. This is probably the longest I've ever procrastinated on something, and it's actually a video game. I procrastinated for a video game. What does the world come to? Where is it? I do admit I could have finished this sooner, but I had other things to do, such as college. I'm a college man. Okay, so it's devils. Devils are in this place, and we will not be wasting our time with such pitiful ones. How much you want to bet there's a mimic in this chest? Whatever you bet you won, because it is. Let's kill it. Let's use Quad Hits. Quad Hits is fun. And Gold you can attack. Quad Hits has to be one of my favorite moves in the game. Combine that with Twin Hits and Focus, you'll be doing 16 hits of damage per turn. It's pretty amazing. It's a pity that I don't have Twin Hits on Gold or someone. Twin Hits, I think Ebby has it, but I haven't been able to use Ebby for a while, but oh well. If you aren't keeping track of the names of these monsters, Ebby is he's my stag bug. He's a bug. A very faithful one. Ooh, Monster Master. Let's fight him. Oh, who gets in my way? Pixies? Who cares about you? Let's fight this guy. A Master of Great Log. Didn't he learn? We've already defeated the greatest monster master of their kingdom. Why would he even think of trying to defeat us? Can't he see that we have the Masters of Hell and Heaven itself in our party? I guess not. So we're gonna have to show him who's boss. Well, that wasn't very hard at all. We used 3 ultimate techniques and there they go. That was it. We got bad meat. Oh, what a terrible prize that would be. Oh well. Let's move on. Let's keep moving. This episode will probably be split up into 2, so I do apologize for the delay. I would like to show off what the dungeon has to offer. It has every single devil monster you've ever seen, as well as some exclusive ones, which is why I wouldn't wouldn't speed through this. Let's see here. I mean, I technically could make this shorter by getting warp stabs, but I don't feel like using warp stabs. Oh, that's odd. Why is the, Apparently my computer is having trouble processing a Game Boy game. Don't know why it would be doing that, but oh well. Probably just some minor glitches. There's a lot about video games we don't really know. This the one that comes back into my head is Pargon. Baramos. When Baramos said, "I'll rip out your guts so that you can't come back to life again," it was very, very unusual that someone would say that. It would make sense that you can't come back to life if you're not all together. I guess that would be called a zombie. I don't really understand, though. It's often a rule in video games that unless your character is destined to die, they're not gonna die, since you can bring them back to life in fights. I don't remember the first game that did bringing back to life. I believe it was Final Fantasy I, but ever since then there was a precedent that why can't we use this mystical item to bring people back to life? Why can't we use this phoenix feather on the person that's destined to die? Well, you never know. Just one of the weaknesses of video games that I've always been thinking about. And Baramos over there kind of confirms it to me that if there's something fatally wrong with the person, rather than it's like a level of being beyond unconscious. If you're past that, you can't come back to life, I guess. There is no written rule, but it'd be interesting if someone came up with one that people would follow forever and ever. Oh, there's some Medusa eyes. If you ever needed those guys, you can find them there, I guess. We have no time for this. We don't have time for Coliseum battles. But they'll make us do it anyway. Mad Condors, Ravens, and Rot Raven. Wow. Alright, that was easy. Let's see if they can stand up to this. Nope, they're all... Oh. Really? What element is Big Bang? Is Big Bang fire elemental? That's interesting. I had no idea. Either that or just something magically awesome about Lion X. I don't know. Oh well. In the next match we have another Mad Condor. I don't understand why there's so many Mad Condors in this arena. There's a Yeti over there. I might want that Yeti. Yet again, it's immune to Big Bang. I don't understand. Big Bang must be multi-elemental or something. It's not non-elemental, otherwise Lion X would get hit with that. Oh well. Alright, final one. And what is that? Never seen that one on the map screen. It is an ogre. I never was fond of those. They just look like old men with maces. Gold, stop doing that. It doesn't work on... Whatever. Baramos thinks Fireball's a good idea too, but hey, probably not. Alright, now that we're done with that, we're gonna leave, because we don't want any other items. Even though I'm dirt poor, I'm sure we can get by fine. Unfortunately, I did not bring a knight with us this time, so we will not be able to copy the form of the boss monster and see its moves. But that's okay, we'll be able to see it some other time. Here are the attitudes of my two monsters over here, lazy and carefree. I suppose if you're a god of death or a demon of destruction, you probably wouldn't be motivated to do anything anymore either, if you're being led around by a little kid. But hey, that's what life does to you. The very idea of there being so many bosses in this game astound me. There is a timeline in Dragon Warrior, and it actually does tie in to Dragon Warrior Monsters. Dragon Warrior Monsters 3, or Dragon Warrior Monsters Caravan Heart, actually has continuity. It takes place years and years after Dragon Quest IV, which is very interesting, as I just, I was watching HC Bailey's Let's Play of Dragon Quest IV as I was playing Dragon Warrior Monsters 3. It was very interesting. I won't tell you any details, but look forward to that Let's Play, maybe in a year or two. I still don't know very much about the game as it is only in Japanese, and we were able to get it through an English patch made by, I forget who, but I'll give it credit when I do that Let's Play. So there's not much known about the game, or the coding, because not many people have played it. It's very interesting. An Archdemon. The Archdemon. Ah, I might want that one. I believe the Archdemon is one of the easier ways to get Giga Slash. I have no time for that now though, because we need to finish up this dungeon. We have 15? No, we have 17 more floors to go. We gotta keep going. Thankfully, luck is on our side. Most of the time, anyway. Let me guess. A Mimic is in this chest. No, it's a rib. Wow. That's kind of cool. Most of the time in these dungeons, the chests are just evil little boxes that want to eat us. This time it had something that we wanted to eat. Ow. You know, it's still, at this point in the game, I have not used Step Guard at all. I hate Step Guard for some reason. I just can't use it. I feel like it's a waste of a skill slot. I used to think it was so good when I was a kid. Like, oh, I can avoid getting hurt by these tiles over here. It saves MP over time. It's great. But then I figure out that, hey, there's better skills to be used in that skill slot. You only get 8. You gotta make them all count. Okay, these guys need to leave me alone. Eventually, we will not be able to run away from these guys. And by the way, the Archdemon we keep seeing is indeed an exclusive monster to this dungeon. You won't see it anywhere else. I do like how they did that, actually, because there will be no particular characteristics of this dungeon other than the fact that it's just a compilation of every single breed you've seen so far in the game. And why go into this dungeon when you can go into an easier one and capture the one you want? Why? Oh, a priest. Ooh, a medable. I suppose being a priest would have its benefits if you could just have your monsters and then just heal them as you fight. I would suppose that would make Terry at a huge disadvantage when it comes to being a monster farmer. Ooh. Okay, that's good. Yeah, you'd think that Terry would have a very difficult time fighting these guys if they had healing powers, or if they were warriors themselves. But no, Terry has a great time. He's about 8 to 6 years old, and he's just having a ball. He's the champion. I always wondered that. It's odd that your actual character, the person you're playing as, doesn't have any say in the fight. All we can do is give our monsters items and tell them to do stuff. Whereas that priest over there can heal his monsters. Even though he doesn't do it in the fight, he could. And that is something that they develop in the third rendition of this game, Dragon Warrior Monsters 3. It's very fun and creative. Okay. Oh, we got ambushed. I don't take lightly to that. Since they decided they had the gall to do that, I guess we'll just destroy them all with one big shot. Die, you flying evil monkeys. They really ought to have put a Wizard of Oz reference in that monster's name, but oh well. Out of my way. There we go. Alright then. Let's move up. Dead end. Another useful skill I thought was awesome when I was a kid was Map Magic. I thought Map Magic was great Oh, I can see the entire map all the time. I don't need map herbs to see the entire map. It was amazing. And then I realized, hey, there are better skills to be used in that spot. And what good is map magic when you're in a fight? What good is it? None. There's no point. Just makes it easier for kids, I guess. There we go. Alright, everyone. We're gonna continue the last half of this next time. Actually, oh, look, a portal. Alright, everyone, this is SteamBoy27 wishing you all a brighter tomorrow. Have a good day.